Good morning, gang. I just wanted to stop in. I know the first of the year is coming up, and usually around that time, people start diets and whatnot. Now, I get a lot of flack from other fitness people and diet people about what I teach. Okay, they're saying pretty much that I'm wrong, but they can't prove me wrong, because pretty much everything I say about what happens to you when you go on a diet is science-based. I didn't make it up. It's not hidden anywhere. It's in plain sight. If you look at the things that I say that's going to happen to you when you go on a diet, you'll find exactly what I said about the diet pattern, plateauing, food being super, demonizing food. You'll find that what I say is science-based. It's not pseudoscience. It's not fake science. It's not made-up science. I don't make up anything I say. I have researched it and actually observed it. I know the whats, the whens, the whys, and the hows of why, of what a diet does to the body, how the body reacts to a diet, and how it's going to affect you. Okay? Now, this thing about food being more than just that is for pseudoscience. You get all your nutrients, vitamins, minerals, and whatnot from food to help nourish the body. They're not medicine. Food ain't medicine, it's food. It's meant to fuel the body. Okay? There's no such thing as bad food. There is a such thing as bad ways of eating. And that's what people have. They have bad ways of eating. Okay? And the body responds to that. Okay? If you overeat, you gain weight. If you undereat, you lose weight. If you eat what the body needs, you stay neutral. The body stays the same. This is not for pseudoscience, made up science. This is science. This is fact. That's the basic definition of how to gain, lose, and maintain weight. If you want to gain weight, you eat more than you usually do. If you want to lose weight, you eat less than you usually do. If you want to stay the same, you eat the way you're eating. Okay? But you need to know what that number is, though. Because if you're not at this point, you're overweight and you pretty much been that same weight, right? That's your metabolism. That's your energy burning metabolism, the amount of calories that you're eating right now. That's how many calories your body needs to not lose and not gain any weight. Okay? Now, what we're looking at when we're talking about these types of ways of eating, we're talking about diets. I tell people I've never been on a diet. That's half the story. Okay? Everybody's on a diet. The way you eat, that's your diet. Okay? So I do diet because I eat to stay at a certain weight, to look how I want to look, and so forth. But you don't have to eat. You eat like that, like I do, because you have different tastes. You might live in a different country. You might be male, female. All of us, we have differences. Okay? So, there is no set thing you have to eat to get a certain body, to get your weight at a certain weight. What you eat doesn't matter. It's how you eat and how many calories in it. Don't let these people fool you into thinking that you have to eat certain foods. You don't. You know, there's no bad food. That's an oxymoron. If it's bad, it's not food. Okay? That's like, in other words, you can get just as fat eating pizza as you can eating salad. You can get just as fat if you match calories to each item. Okay, if your salad is 1,000 calories and my pizza is 1,000 calories, it's the same. It'll affect your body the same. This thing of like, I know I might ramble a little bit, go around some stuff, but if you have any questions, just hit me right quick. Why is it? Like I said, a lot of this stuff you can look up. There is people that go on a Taco Bell diet, a Burger King diet, McDonald's diet, or whatever, and lose weight. And then you have people who are vegetarians who gain weight. They fat. It's not what you eat, it's how much you eat. And then much we're talking about is how many calories in what you eat. It all boils down to the calorie, not where it's coming from. Oh, this analogy I like to use. Okay. Telling people that the calories that's in certain foods is not the same. It's like telling them Exxon, Shell, and Mobil have different gasoline. They don't. They have the same gasoline. It's just a different gas station. They might have added some stuff into it. You know, they tell you that their gas is better than that, but that's not true. You can get gas from any gas station and it'll affect your car the same way. Same with food. But you must understand what I'm teaching you guys about the EMR, energy burning metabolic rate. Now for that calculation, I had done that. I didn't make it up. I put it together. It's put together based on science. That number lets you know how many calories you can eat to maintain weight, how many calories you can eat to gain weight, and how many calories you need to lose weight. But it starts at the EMR. If your energy burning metabolic rate is 2,000 per se, you can take in 2,000 calories without gaining or losing any weight. That's your metabolic rate, your food burning metabolic rate. Okay. Knowing that number is very important. If you don't know that number, you can't manage your weight. Okay. That's pretty much. People don't understand the importance of that calculation, of that number. Because everybody talks about a metabolism, but nobody knows how to calculate one. I had to figure that out on my own. Okay, and it came from science and observation. What I give you guys is an alternative to calorie restriction. to losing weight. I give you an alternative. And why I give you that alternative is because using calorie restriction to lose weight causes a physical reaction to your body. Your body is very adaptable to things, and it will adapt to low-calorie dieting physically. Okay, you go on a diet, and say you one of these low-calorie diets. I don't care, it's intermittent fasting, there's thousands of diets, no matter which one. That diet will not work for you unless it's under your energy burning metabolic rate. If your energy metabolic rate is 1,000 and you go to a place and they put you on a diet of 1,000 calories a day, you're not going to lose any weight. Your metabolic rate must be higher than the calories allotted or taken in for you to lose weight with food, by using food as your method of losing weight. Okay? Say you go on a diet and you start that diet out at a 2,000 calorie a day metabolic rate, and that diet allows you to eat 1,000 calories a day, you will lose weight. Simple. The problem with that is, the longer you stay on that diet, the less weight you will lose, which is what I call the diet pattern. The diet pattern is, you go on the diet, and if the allotment of that diet is low enough to cause weight loss, you will lose more weight at the beginning, and it continuously decrease in amount as long as you stay on that diet. In other words, if you start this diet at 2,000, with an EMR of 2,000, they give you a 1,000 calorie a day diet. The example would be you lose 10 pounds in a week. The next week you'll probably lose 9. The next week 8. The next week 7, and so forth till you get till you plateau, till you're not losing any weight anymore with the same diet. That means your body has adapted to that allotment of calories. Okay. How does your body do that? It does it physically. It takes it makes you diet. Makes you also lose muscle. Muscle is really the calorie burning machine of the body. The muscular parts of you, not the organs, the brain, and all that. Most of your energy goes to maintain your skeletal muscle. Okay. So the adaptation of the body is going to do is going to turn down the activity level of that muscle, of your muscles. Excuse me. What does that mean? Muscles burn a certain amount of calories per hour per pound. Conditioned muscle burns more calories than atrophy muscle, or a person that's a couch potato. Me and them can weigh the exact same amount, but I will need way more fuel than them because I exercise and I lift weights. So my requirements of my body, adaptation of my body, is to need more energy to maintain weight. When a person goes on a diet, the body does the opposite. It turns everything down like a switch in your house. Say you get a high-ass electric bill, right? Your reaction is to turn off stuff in the house. That's the same as the body. The body starts turning things out, not necessarily off, but it turned down the dimmer switch to where you're not using as much energy. Okay, your body, in other words, adapts itself to that amount of calories of their diet. I hope you guys are understanding this. Okay. So you lose, from what science says, is that you lose about, if you lose 100 pounds of fat, of weight, not overall weight, from dieting, 25 to 30% of that, I believe it's more than that, depending on the person, was muscle. Okay, if I take muscle off of you, that muscle is a living, breathing, eating piece of meat. So you can't replace those calories. They're not being used. So you're going to have an issue with muscle loss. Muscle loss is important. Muscles are important. You don't have to be big and muscular, but muscle is good for the body. It really is. Now, then the muscle that's remaining, that the body did not get rid of, the energy, that level, activity level of that muscle has came down. In other words, they're saying a healthy body, right? 25% will be at a 25, say, percent activity level. Say it's a 25. It burns 25 calories per hour, right? A pound of lean muscle. During that diet, your body turns that down as a dimmer, like a dimmer switch. So the muscle that returns, that's been turned down, that didn't leave, that remains, has been turned down. So now it's only consuming maybe 10 calories per pound per hour. You went from 25 to 10. We're talking about energy usage. And that's why you plateau. That's why everybody plateaus. Nobody's immune from the plateau. Okay? So what I'm teaching you guys is this is a bad hole to be in. Because not too many people can eat 1,000 calories a day forever. And that's one thing about dieting. And I've told people this before, millions of times, and they just act like, okay, it's not going to happen to me. Yeah, it's going to happen to you. This is the diet pattern. It does it to everybody. Okay? And at that point, most people get frustrated because the weight not going off, and they're starving or running away from food, and their body just don't react well at all to low energy. You're low energy just like your diet is. Okay? When we're talking about a 2,000 calorie energy burning rate down to a 1,000 calorie a day metabolic rate. For 1,000 calories is easy to violate. That's just a human, just not a grown, especially a grown human, is not meant or designed to run off 1,000 calories. It won't kill you, but you'll be a mighty weak vessel. Okay? And I've always told people, I've been straightforward with them. Once you go on a diet, you must stay on that diet to maintain that weight loss. Okay? There is no going back to, I say, your normal way of eating. You can't even go half of what you normally eat. Okay? So you have to make that commitment to food. This is a life-changing event. It's not just for a turn of time. Losing weight off calories is good for short-term weight loss because the term will be short. If you needed to lose 10 pounds for something, you know, no problem. You can just sew your mouth up for a couple of days and lose 10 pounds. Okay? It's the long term, you know, it won't do that much damage to you, to your metabolism. It's doing calories for long term. Long term to me is until it plateaus. Okay? That damage now is done. Now you have to live with a low metabolism. Okay? It take about 192 calories of over your metabolic rate to gain 20 pounds in a year. 192 calories a day of overage to gain 20 pounds in 1 year. Suppose you go on these diets and say, like I said, a 2,000 calorie diet, and you are going a 1,000 calorie diet. Okay. When that plateau happens, you cannot eat over the plateau, the 1,000 calories. You can't. Anything over that will be stored as fat. Okay. Say you go off of this diet and just add 500 calories to that 1,000. Okay. Picture this. Now, if 192 calories overage per day would put 20 pounds of fat on you, what do you think 500 calories per day will do? Think about that. I mean, that's the reason why so many of you guys, it's not so many, damn near all of you, there's 98, 99% of all of you, put on the weight you lost faster than you gained it. There's plenty of people that took them 10 years to gain 20 pounds. There was, 180 10 years ago, now they 200. Okay? Go on the diet that I just described. They will put that what did I say, 20 pounds? 20 pounds on within a week and a half. And it'll all be fat. And this happens to everybody. The body is very good at regulating energy. People are going to listen to this and realize this is what happened to them. And like I said, it happens to everybody who goes on the diet. Everybody, even bodybuilders. Bodybuilders, of course, it used to be bodybuilding. Now, especially these amateurs, and especially women, that is pretty much an extreme diet for a few months. Okay, they starve themselves crazy to get on that stage. And they are usually at plateau anyway, when they get on that stage. They haven't been eating. After the show, when they go, because all of them head straight to get something to eat. By if it was on Saturday, by Monday, they're going to put on about 10 or 15 pounds. And it'll be fat. It won't be muscle. That's why most people don't do more than one show. It's a lot of people that done got up there one time. And what happened to, if you see them now, you'll never think they even been close to a stage. So what I offer is, I do say no to dieting. But at the same time, I'm offering a solution, a better way of doing things. Listen, when a person plateaus, they have three choices to continue losing weight. Either they can eat less, or start exercising to get into a deficit, or a combination of two. But no matter what, the only one that won't plateau after this, that won't stop, is the one that's using exercise to get in the deficit. Okay? And that's what happens. A lot of people in the gym, I know y'all have been around it, those who've been in gyms or at parks or whatever, you see people who should, you would think, damn, they should be smaller than that. Well, that's because they have a very low metabolism. So, and what they're doing usually don't burn that many calories in the first place. Okay? So, I give you an alternative. I want you to start at that point instead of messing with your food. See, everybody knows you must get in a deficit of calories that the body needs to lose weight. A lot of people just don't understand that you don't have to use calorie restriction to do that. You can use exercise to do that. Okay? Say you holding on to a little bit of fat right now. You want to make some changes. Okay, that's what happened to me. But that was 25 years ago. I have one before and after picture. I don't have none in between. I never went on a low calorie diet. When I wanted to make the change, I went to the gym because that's a lifestyle change. I made a lifestyle change. I didn't make an eating change. I made a lifestyle change because I knew I was eating fine or eating healthy. To me, what's healthy to me, okay, and what science tells me. But you're going to end up from the plateau in the gym or somewhere exercising because you just can't eat less than a certain amount before it gets dangerous. To continue a diet, using food to lose weight anyway, when you hit the plateau, the only way to start back losing weight is to eat less, to take in less calories, right? To put you in a calorie deficit. What I used was exercise to make a deficit, an energy deficit. Okay? Here's an example. I'm going to use myself. Okay? I was on about a 2,500 a day calorie allotment in EMR when I went to the gym. I didn't have this calculation then. I didn't discover it yet. So I reacted to food the way my body responded. I never wanted to be a skinny person. I never wanted to be a bodybuilder. But I wanted to be muscular. And I wanted to have me a little size on me. So I never messed with my food. My goal was to gain muscle and burn off fat. And that's what happened. I'm just giving you a rough estimate of what I think my calories intake during that time was. Somewhere between 2,500 to 3,500 calories a day. And I was no more than, I'm not even going to say I was overweight. I weigh more now than I did when I went into the gym for the first time to make that change. I weigh more now. So my weight went up and my fat went gone. How does that work? Simple. It's simple for you guys now. I done made it real simple. You discover and calculate your energy burning metabolic rate. You continue to take that amount of calories in. To get into a deficit, you just go do some exercise and you get into a deficit. Okay? Because these calories that I'm burning in the gym was non-existent before I went to the gym. So, using exercise, the similarity is that, say, an hour of cardio will put you in a deficit without messing with your food, because you wasn't doing that beforehand. So you have to add that in. Just look at it like food. If you want to drop from use calorie restriction, you go from 2,000 calories a day down to 1,000. All you did was take calories away out of your food, out of your intake. I take it off of your weight, off your waist, I mean. Because you're going to end up having to exercise anyway after the plateau. Because if you don't, plateau, I mean, if you don't, if you stick to that 1,000 calories until it plateaus, if you stick with that, sooner or later, your body's going to adapt to that, and it's going to adapt under that. And what does that mean? That means your body wants a surplus. It needs a surplus. And it's going to get a surplus. In other words, your metabolism is going to start slowing down even more than the 1,000 did, than the plateau. So over time, your 1,000 calories a day is going to be at 800, 950. It's going to drop even further. So I don't just tell you not to do something. I tell you that it's wise and what's going to happen, blah, blah, blah. You know, you can, and everybody, that's why we're having a problem with fat people, with people being fat, overweight. Nobody want to be fat. Nobody want to fat shame people, yeah, but the other fat people pretty much shame themselves. They don't want to be fat. Most people don't try to lose weight. They done it, been on it, been off of it. And they end up quitting. Saying, oh man, the hell with that. That's because of what the physical effects of calorie restriction does to the body. Like I said, people gonna do it. They do it through. I'll put it like this. I seen some stuff on Facebook and whatnot and YouTube where the person believes that detoxing is a real thing. Pseudoscience. That crap is bullshit. Bullshit. Y'all seen the little commercial with the little white boy saying bullshit, bullshit. That's what that is, bullshit. They do that to lose weight. They ain't trying to detox nothing. And that's the first thing they gonna tell you when they promote one of these dumbass detoxes. Oh man, and you'll lose weight. Why? Because it's usually a diet. You're cutting calories from somewhere. You cannot lose weight without cutting calories using food. Okay? Nothing goes in your stomach goes in your body. I know that didn't make no sense to you, but I'll make it this simple here. Everything goes in your stomach gets cooked. They get cooked by stomach acid. these people, I've seen the guy, one of these dreadlock, stone or forehead ass people talking about something. If you eat watermelon, it'll go in your system and do the seeds of water. Listen, none of that stuff comes out your digestive tract. Only thing leaves that stuff is what the body is designed to take in and use. It has its own cleaning method. Who may want to get rid of them parasites? You don't have no damn parasites. If you do, you sick. You messed up. Only parasites are things that's on the body. It's pretty much meant to be there. Things in your intestines. Those are meant to be there. Okay? Stop falling for this dumb stuff. Nothing leaves your stomach. Just because you drink chocolate milk, there ain't no chocolate milk in your damn system. Just because you eat pork, ain't no pork in your system. Your stomach boils, cooks that stuff, and the body takes out what it needs and what it needs from it. The rest of it keep going through. That's why I tell people that we are chemical-based entities. We run by chemicals, not things. We run off the things that are in an apple, the chemicals that are in an apple, not an apple. Your stomach treats everything the same way once it goes in your stomach. You got to cook it. So this thing of eating plant-based and keto and all these type things, your stomach don't know what that is. Your stomach has no clue about what you ate. Your stomach don't have a brain. It does its job. What comes down here, we take care of that for you. They don't say, oh, here comes some carrots. Here comes some watermelon. Here comes some chicken. Here comes some grease. No. Your stomach is a brainless muscle that does what has been told to do. And it's told to cook what comes down here and send what the body needs out. The rest goes through. You call it shit. Bullshit. Yeah, I got time today. Ain't no questions. Anybody got some questions out there? You know that is of course I knew somebody was gonna ask about Ozempic. Listen, Ozempic is a chemical that your body is taking to make you not want to eat. And again, it's just another way of restricting calories to the body. It's going to have the same diet pattern. It's going to have the same muscle leaving, the same turning down of energy levels in muscles. It's going to do the same thing. It's not a magic pill. It's not magic. What it does is irritate the stomach. You know, it makes you nauseous. And like I said, it's going to do the same diet pattern. And you have people, just as many people that lose weight on Ozempic, same amount of people that don't lose any at all. Because Mostly because, well, the only reason is that the food that that is allowing you to eat is matching your EMR in calories. So there won't be no weight loss. The rate of weight loss is also dictated by energy burning metabolic rates. If a person has a 3,000 calorie metabolic rate and a person has a 2,000 calorie metabolic rate, and you take 1,000 away from them, now this one's at 2 and this one's at 1 when at plateau. But at the beginning, the person with the 3,000 calorie EMR is going to lose weight faster than the one with the lower metabolism at the same calorie intake. I hope I said that right. I said that. In case I didn't, let's do it again. You got a person that has a 3,000 calorie a day EMR compared to one with a 2,000 calorie EMR. Okay? And put them each on 1,000 a day calorie diet. The one that has the 3,000 calorie metabolic rate will lose weight faster and longer than the one with a 2,000 calorie metabolic rate. Because when they get to their the difference is this much to get into the plateau for the 3,000. Okay, the one with 2,000, they're down here, so they're going to get to the plateau quicker, right, than the one with 3,000. But he's going to get there. You feel me? So I figure they don't put a lot of money behind this Ozempic stuff. So people are going to pretty much fall for it for maybe 2 more years, maybe. Because by then most people done tried it and they right back to their weight done came back. It's just something that's going to happen. So it's a lot of people doing it. I haven't seen anything that's going to make Ozempic special. Most of the weight loss that I've seen with people who have had a serious weight loss from it, these people, you know, the sugar pill analogy, right? You know, a person who believes something in a pill and you give it to them and it's just a sugar pill and they become healed. It's pretty much the same as when I see somebody who claim that they lost a weight, and I do mean claim, lost a weight on Ozempic. It's not the Ozempic. This person is just eating very little food. Does Ozempic going to last them they're gonna have to take this stuff forever? Okay, like I told you, whatever diet you went on, that's the one you got to stay on to lose weight. Okay, now with that calorie intake. Okay, now one thing about drugs is adaptability the body has to it. And in short, you need more and more Ozempic to get the same effect. Okay. And also at the same time, your body will adapt to that medication to where it just don't work no more. You won't have that feeling of full or not. No, it don't give you a feeling of full. It's just not wanting to eat. It's going to stop working because your body is going to react and say it's going to start. It's going to make up defenses to that. So. In other words, we're back to point A. Fat people trying to lose weight, trying to find a way. It wasn't. We know we live in a capitalistic society. Ozempic is a money grab. It's not a beneficial thing to the fat epidemic that's going on in this country. It's a money grab. When Ozempic first, we give you a little history lesson because I've been paying attention to this stuff for most of my adult life. When Ozempic hit the market first, it was supposed to be for people who have diabetes. But they said they realized that the people that they put this on lost some weight. Somebody said, ding, 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 ding. We can make some money. They thought it was, it's one of them things that it wasn't going to be a big money maker just used for some people with diabetes. Some people, not all people, to benefit their diabetes. You know what I mean? But it turned into this monster that supposedly makes people lose weight. Am I right? Prove me wrong. Most people I know that discover that they got diabetes, they lose weight. Why? Why when people get diabetes, they lose weight? Because most of them, they're scared to death and they stop eating like they used to. Everybody I know that who diagnosed with diabetes, who lost weight, is because they put themselves on a diet. It wasn't because of no Ozempic that they started giving them. No, no. So I hope most people, well, I don't have to worry about this. I'm not going to say I don't think it's dangerous per se, but it's just a short-term weight loss limit product that does what all other diets do. Same pattern. They're going to put the weight right back on the works. And again, who wants to take a shot? Even if the adaptation of the body don't take place, who wants to take a shot for the rest of their life? That's not a smart way to do things. I don't think anyway. I think it's not. It has flaws like all others. The same flaws. Anything else? No. Like I said, I'm giving you an alternative. People who are not mobile, that they really don't have a choice. They can't move. They're not mobile. They have to deal with this calorie-wise. But it'll plateau. They're never going to lose the amount of weight they want unless it's a little small amount, 10, 20 pounds, 20, 30 pounds. But being overweight is healthier than starving to get underweight. Your weight doesn't dictate health. The condition of your body does. You guys that's over 35, your body's in the aging stage now. Before then, your life stayed pretty much, unless you messed with it, with a diet or something at a younger age, your metabolism I'm talking about. Your metabolism is going to stay at a certain level or be metabolically active at a certain levels. but around 35 to 40, you know, everybody's different. Your body starts to turn things off or turn them down. So the body requires less and less energy, calories, as you age, if you're not doing anything. So in other words, you're sitting there rotting. Rotting starts around 35, 40. Okay? Now, that's the worst time for somebody to go on a diet, calorie-restricted diet, because the effects on the EMR is already going on of lowering. Now you're going to make it worse by not giving the body enough food or calories. So that's a 2-punch to your metabolic rate. What we can do exercise is preserve, protect, and grow energy burning metabolic rate. You can't do it through food. You can't do it through chemicals. You can't do it outside of physical manual labor, exercise. Okay? A person two people who weigh the same, 200, this 200-pound person, they exercise, and this 200-pound person, they don't. The person who exercises needs more energy than the person that don't. The person who exercises their organs, so they're strong, they're fit, they'll work properly most of the time. You know, if some kind of defect or whatever, people have defects, people get sick. But compared to the guy that's sitting on the couch, his things are atrophying fast. Look up atrophy if you want to know what that is. So weight really is relative. It doesn't really matter. It's the condition that matters. The condition of the flesh matters. And my body rejuvenates. It's been rejuvenating. Now, I know I'm getting old, but I don't necessarily feel old. I can't really say that and that's a hard thing to say. I don't feel old because I don't know what old feel like. I know how I feel, and what I observed in other 60-year-olds. Okay, most of the ones that haven't been doing anything, they look different than me. They move different. Their hair is grayer. You know, I don't know if that's hereditary or not, but you know, I'm 60 and I still got a whole lot of black hair. The way your cells die is the way they come back. They don't come back better. I know one of y'all might be saying, damn, where you went with that? What cells got to do with this? Your body generates cells every day. And replace cells every day. That's what you're living. That's what we do. You're gonna have a different layer of skin on you within a year. Hair, nails. Your body dies and it grows and it births another. All the way to the cellular level. My cells die strong. So they replaced by strong cells, stronger cells. A person who's been sedentary for 60 years, their cells die weak. And they're going to come back weaker. Exercise affects you on the cellular level. This is science-based. You can look this up. I'm not making things up. This is real. So exercise, this is exercise induced. Not just because, I don't know, I eat plant-based or carnivore or keto or intermittent fat. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Physical fitness is the active, what they call it, the active ingredient in physical health. You don't get what you don't get put in. But since we went that way, let's talk about fitness a little bit. Just like the diet industry has gotten out of hand with the crap they say about food, the exercise industry is also guilty of the same thing. In the gym, I'm watching people doing simple exercise like curls. They laying on the floor, they standing up doing it, they using different bars, it's just out of hand. A curl is a curl. Whether you're laying on the ground or standing up, it's a curl. I'm seeing people do 6, 7 exercises for one muscle. Matter of fact, I said about 5 years ago, I quit doing multiple exercises for a muscle. And I have not seen a negative effect of doing that. What does that mean? Whatever exercise I pick to work, I pick one exercise for that. If it's chest and I pick the bench press, I'm not going to do another form of bench press. In other words, I'm not going to go from the barbell to a machine press, to dumbbell presses, to pec flies or none of them stuff. No, I use one exercise. And usually 99% of the time, I use the bench press. They say, man, you can't just use one exercise. Dude, the simple fact is, if you do all 4 different exercises, it's the same muscle. It's the same principle. It's the same effect. So what I do is I do pretty much high sets. I can go low rep or high rep, but I do high sets. In other words, for chest, I'm going to do at least 12 sets. At least 12. The reps range can be, if I feel like strength training, I can do that three reps. If I want to do some muscle building per se, I do 8 to 10 reps. If I want to work on conditioning of my muscle, I do 15 reps. But my sets are always going to be high. And I've had very, very good results with that. I'm not going back. Again, I don't do things I don't make things up before I say it. I'm watching people in the gym that's been coming there as long as I've been there for about 5 years, and most of them look exactly the way they looked when they came in there. And what's funny about it, they all go to each other for advice. I don't give out advice in the gym. That's why you don't see me doing clips like that. I don't interrupt people and try and tell them how to do it. I don't do that. Okay? So, that's what's making exercise more difficult. And the more difficult your exercise is, the more apt that you're probably going to quit. People say, man, how can you just go to the gym? Man, I can't see how you do. What? I pick it up and put it down. What's hard about that? When I want to do cardio, I get on a treadmill or a bike. What's hard about that? The problem is y'all in there doing this HIIT crap and YouTube training is, again, and this person has been doing this for 5 years and they look exactly the same and think they know what they're doing. So it's twofold. Diet is not more important than fitness. Fitness is way more important than what you eat. This thing about, man, you can't out-train a bad diet. Well, you can't what does a bad diet even mean? That mean you eating too much? Yeah, fitness can fix that if you put in enough work. You taking in too little, the muscle that remains on the diet. Let's say if a person who gets down to 1,000 EMR, metabolic body rate, and this person lifts weight, okay, 1,000 calories a day metabolic rate is a small, weak vessel. Might be on a big person, but the actual flesh of this person is very small, and they're going to be weak. A person with a 2,000 calorie EMR is always going to be stronger than a person with 1,000 calorie EMR. It's a very small frame. But you can condition that muscle. You can always condition muscle. But it's only going to grow in strength and size by calorie intake. Muscles don't grow if you don't feed them. I don't care how hard you work. Muscles don't grow, they go away. The kids now calling it a cutting phase. That's another word for going on a damn diet. Okay. They'll lose some weight. Then they'll come back and say, now I'm finna do a bulking stage. So what they do really is they put on the muscle, take off some muscle, then put on some muscle again and take off some muscle. We call that yo-yo diet. That's what they're doing. Okay. In the long run, if they stick to those same numbers, all they're gonna do is just keep putting up the same body. So that's another thing that's going on. But what else I want to get off my shit? I know it's gonna come to me later on. But I'm going to try and do I'm going to start going live more often, because I know right now people not expecting me to do this because I don't do this. But I'm gonna start doing that till the beginning of the year, so people can make an informed decision about losing weight or gaining weight or whatever you want to do with your body. I put you in control of what you want to do. You know, I got a couple of guys that I've been watching. I mean, they are really, really putting their body through it. You can't do that. You can't work out like that forever. You know, you can't. It causes wear and tear on the body. The body needs time to rest and recover. Any kind of athletes don't retire from old age. They retire from wear and tear. They're still a young person. Their body just beat up from too much exercise. A lot of them will retire, and a year and 2 years later, they're like, man, I feel good. I'm ready to play again. And you know, a team most likely not going to take them in because they practice ageism themselves. But you see them either trying to get these people, give them a chance, or saying to themselves, "Man, I shouldn't have retired. I should have just took a year off, because the body had done had time to repair itself." Okay, that's what's going on with, say, Simone Biles. She retired, and after probably a year or so, she's like, "Man, all that pain and stuff is gone. I'm good." And you see what she did. You know, Mike Tyson, example. It's a different kind of example, but you know, I wish that was a legit fight, so Tyson could have showed the world that a conditioning is not based on somebody's age. You know, and this, again, not nothing new. You can look at any kind of fitness. 80-year-olds running marathons. They might not be coming in first, but they're running them. You got to be in shape to even walk that far, let alone run. At any age, you go to a marathon race. Any age is out there. Any age you go to a gym. It's all age, all kinds of age in there. So I know when I'm saying, like I say, my stuff is experience only. I know when I'm telling you, when I tell you 58, what does 58 have to do with it? Is this man in shape or not? A 50-year-old at 58 in shape boxer will beat a 20-year-old out of shape boxer. It's not the age, it's the condition of the flesh. Well, we done been at it for a minute. If you guys have any questions, just let me know, and I'll get back with you on it. This is Egan Ab. Collins. Peace out.